She didn't move. 500 kilos of buffalo, standing still in the grey light. And I knew, before I could explain how I knew, that something was wrong. Not from what I saw, from what I felt. It was early, the kind of early that feels borrowed, before the heat arrives, before the world remembers it's alive. We had 6 people behind me. A CFO, 2 HR directors, a founder who hadn't slept properly in 8 months, and herd of buffalo who hadn't been told we were coming. On a Big 5 trail, you carry no illusions, no glass between you and the animal, no vehicle, no algorithm calculating the risk, just your reading of the moment, your judgment, your presence, and 6 people who are trusting you with something that cannot be insured. I stopped the group. No signal, no explanation. Just a single raised hand. And they stopped. Because somewhere in the previous 2 hours, they had learned to trust that hand. Not my credentials, not my years of experience, my presence, my consistency, the small signals I'd given all morning without announcing them. There was a cow on the left flank who was behaving differently to the rest. The herd was grazing. She was watching. Her ears hadn't moved for 40 seconds. That's not rest. In buffalo, that is calculation. She wasn't afraid of us. She was deciding about us. I looked back at my group. And here is what I saw that no data dashboard has ever shown me. The founder, the one who hadn't slept in months, was the calmest person there. The CFO used to managing risk from a boardroom was the most afraid. And the HR director, the person everyone had underestimated that morning, was watching me, waiting, completely present. I knew in that moment exactly how to move this group. Not because I had a formula, because I was reading them the same way I was reading the buffalo. We moved quietly to the right, slow, no urgency in our steps. And she let us pass. Afterwards, that CEO asked me, "How did you know?" And I told him something that surprised him. I didn't calculate it, I read it. He was quiet for a moment, then he said, "That's what I've stopped doing. I've been running the data instead of reading the room." I've thought about that sentence many times since, because we are building the most sophisticated information processing tool in human history. Tools that can analyze sentiment, predict behavior, model risk, and generate strategy. And yet, no AI on earth would have seen what I saw in that HR director's face that morning. No algorithm would have known to move the group to the right instead of back. No dataset contains what a body does in silence when it is deciding whether to trust you. Here's what the wilderness taught me about the AI era. The leaders who will struggle are not the ones who don't understand technology. They are the ones who have forgotten how to be present, who have replaced their judgment with dashboards, their empathy with efficiency metrics, their courage with consensus. AI can process 10 million data points in a second. It cannot notice that your best performer hasn't spoken in 3 meetings. It cannot feel the shift in the room when the trust has quietly left the building. It cannot stand in front of a team in a moment of genuine uncertainty and make people believe that moving forward is worth the risk. That requires something older than any technology we've ever built. It requires presence. It requires judgment. It requires the courage to read the room and act. The buffalo didn't care about our CVs. She read our energy, our stillness, our willingness to pause before we acted. And she made a decision based on what she felt from us, not what we told her. Your teams are doing the same thing every day. The more powerful our technology becomes, the more rare and the more valuable genuine human presence will be. The leaders who understand that are not falling behind the machines. They're becoming irreplaceable. If you want to equip your leadership team for the human side of the AI era, the link below is where we start that conversation.
Perceptions on fire, stimulation roars. Fuel your wild desire.